Alright. Meanwhile, Singe going back to mid lane, going to try to avoid this Darius who already went back, got a little bit of extra health. Got the Bilgewater Cutlass, giving him a lot of extra AD, or not a lot of AD, but a good amount of extra sustain. Hecarim coming in, picking up the Ezreal kill. I assume that was a pretty simple thing to do, as the Amumu disconnects. Oh, but he is back quite quickly. Thank God for that, as he will be quite happy that he's not missing too much farm or harass. Kayle going in hog wild against this Jarvan, losing about half of his health, just walking away from the Kayle. The Kale's passive, however, wearing off. The Q once again going down to make sure that he doesn't run away. The Darius coming in to pick up the kill. The Hecarim again coming around the backside. The Dunk, however, going down, making sure that he can't get away. The Singe coming in the back end, making this work a little bit better. The Hecarim, however, getting dunked as well. The Darius triple dunks, getting a triple kill for nothing over there. I'm not sure what the plan of action there was for the red team, but it didn't really work out, I'm assuming. Oh my goodness. Oh, the pull missed by the Darius. Probably would have gotten another kill on this Caitlyn. As Darius and Kayle both go into their jungle, probably going to pick up blue for the Kayle, and Darius recalling, because he just got 900 plus gold. He should probably go back and buy something. This Amumu is having internet issues. Poor guy. But it does happen to the best of us. Blade of the Ruined King picked up for the Darius. Gives you some extra AD, and if they don't build too much armor, it'll make them very, very strong in that lane. Mid tower, however, is going to go down to the AD carrying and support combo, while they have to run down bottom to prevent that tower from going down, I believe. Or maybe I'm wrong. I believe I'm wrong. Oh, no, this tower is probably going to go down to pure minions. There you go. Yep, it's probably going to go down. The Ezreal catching the Janna out of position, however, the Janna is going to walk away with her shield up and throws down a tornado to make sure he can't quite catch up. Ezreal getting very, very close to the tower, but the tower is going to go down before it really matters. Throwing up her shield to prevent a little bit of that damage. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to get out of this without an ult. Exhaust going down to prevent too much, but the ulti going down, picking up that Janna kill. As Caitlyn is helping the Hecarim, as the Hecarim is getting beaten down by the Darius. The Darius dump going down once again, the spin picking up that kill, and the Kayle ult going down just for good measure. The Kayle and the Caitlyn picking up a good fight over there, as the Darius walking around the back end, going to try to come back in. The slow going down, and the Kayle still out of position quite heavily. The ult going down for the Singe, and he's going to be able to catch this Kayle pretty easily, unless she flashes over the wall, as she does, going to keep herself safe. Singe still chasing a pretty good distance, as he does have the Rod of Ages and the Warden's Mail, making him pretty tanky, considering how easily that is built. Still, no kill going down for them. That was a pretty big slip-up for the red team. I don't think the Jarvan mid was a particularly great idea, honestly, but I suppose it's working. They haven't lost completely yet. It's only 16-13, with a tiny gold advantage going to the red team, in fact. Once again, the Amumu disconnecting, making it very, very hard for the red team to do much of anything right now. 4v5 is not a good place to be, especially in a high-level game like this one. Once again, the hook landing on the Darius, or the Jarvan. Jarvan using Cataclysm to do as much damage as he can, however the Ezreal is flashing out, the Jarvan walking away and flashing past the box, having to break down his Cataclysm to chase in. The Jarvan once again chasing, while the Hecarim using his dash to get in there, going past the Thresh once again, not quite hitting him with that fear. The Jarvan getting caught, but not getting targeted by the tower, as the Hecarim is the one tanking it, and that's going to work out quite nicely for the red team, getting a double kill. The kill advantage almost evened out. I believe that most of this gold advantage here is coming from the dragons that they picked up, as well as the tower advantage that they, I believe, have? Yes, they do have a tower advantage. Wow. Red team playing this out pretty nicely, considering they don't really have an AD carry. And the tower advantage does kind of even out just now, as the middle tower is picked up by the Kayle for free. No one's protecting it, so there you are. Caitlyn picked up the Infinity Edge first, and 2 Doran's Blades, as well as going for the Zeal. Pretty basic build, pretty simple. Pretty beta, it's pretty nice. Hecarim using that last hit on that minion to pick up the tower. Hecarim not probably going to be able to get away from this, as the fed Darius is chasing him down. The ulti goes down by the Amumu. He's not going to get out of that, as the Darius picks up from the bleed and spin once again. Singe taking this time of alone time up top lane, while Darius is bottom to pick up another tower, or at least trying to, as Jarvan picks up the blue buff. Kayle pushing back the Singed and trying to get her tower back under control. Darius is really going hog wild right now, just walking into the red team's jungle. Oh, nope, trying to chase down the Janna, missing the pull, spinning at nothing, and walking away. Unfortunate that he missed that. That would have been another kill for his 9-2-0 score. Right now, this Darius is being a straight bully, but late game, because of his ulti and not scaling, it's sort of not a non-issue, as the red team does have a very, very strong initiation composition. Janna getting caught out of position, getting pulled in, once again having to use the ult to keep herself alive, but that bleed is going to kill her, unfortunate though that may be. That took about half her health with that ultimate. Hecarim coming around, but the Lantern Pole getting the Darius over the wall for free. Jarvan coming around with a really good flagpole though, the Caitlyn way in the best position possible. Hecarim ulting everyone back into the Cataclysm. The Caitlyn getting pulled into the ult as well, but it doesn't matter as the Caitlyn picks up that kill. Good play on the red team's part. Once again, they have a very, very strong initiation. Unfortunately for them, they did feed the top lane a little bit, but the top lane that doesn't scale well into late game, so it'll work out in the end. Jarvan trying to chase down this Ezreal as hard as he can. The Amumu disconnects once again, and apparently someone stole the wraiths. I believe that would be the Hecarim, but I don't know. I didn't see it happen. Jarvan, Hecarim, and Caitlyn all mid lane. Caitlyn's going to go up and pick up the wraiths, getting a little bit of extra gold as Hecarim initiates on the Ezreal, doing a little bit of extra damage and burning him with red buff. The ulti goes down, doesn't really do damage to anyone in this lane as they're all sort of bruisers. Whether they be bruisers through chase or bruisers through attack damage, who knows, who cares. It's all working out. Ezreal, arcane shifting as he gets thrown, pulling himself back into safety as the Darius teleports into middle lane. Whoa, using that home guard teleport to move very, very quickly, pushing him back with that 90 caliber net. However, getting slowed by the Blade of the Ruined King, and the throw getting down, throwing the Darius in the wrong position, and the Kayle putting herself in a very bad spot right now, using her ulti to keep herself safe, and the Darius doing a little bit of extra damage on the back side. Ulti for the Caitlyn going down, hitting the Darius in the back of the head, not going to matter. However, the Darius getting thrown, getting knocked back. This is going to be a pickup for the red team, and the Kayle and the Ezreal hanging around a little bit too long. The Kale's going to get picked up here. There's no way around it. The Amumu, however, coming in, doing a very, very good ult. The Singed is going to die here, however, through the Ignite. The Hecarim's going to die to the Ezreal and the Thresh, and the Amumu, the Jarvan coming in very, very late to this party. The Ezreal arcane shifting out, but getting poked by that spear, going to die to Ignite and the spear. Janna and Jarvan doing quite a bit of damage here, but I don't think they're going to be able to win this in the end. The damage on Thresh is very, very high. We will see, though, as the Jarvan is chasing out the Thresh, who is at 2 bars. The Thresh can't really do too much about this as the flagpole goes down. That is a pickup for the Jarvan. Jarvan now fighting the Amumu 2v1. The Jarvan a little bit lower health, but it doesn't really matter as the Amumu has no mana to do anything with it. Amumu having to run away. And Janna at 2 bars, recalling to safety. Getting the Aegis first, a really good decision. Aegis is a super strong item. Really should consider getting that on any support you're playing. It's nice to get it on some tanky bruisers too, but I mean, honestly, if you can get the Aegis before anyone else, your team is that much stronger. It's nice. Meanwhile, we're just cleaning up the jungle a little bit as we're calming down in the back end. Caitlyn getting that Infinity Edge, Zeal going for the, I don't know what that's going to build into. We will see, though. Moon getting the Sunfire Cape. That thing's coming back into style nowadays. Used to be just get the Wormhogs first, but apparently it's Sunfire all the way nowadays. Well, I mean, if you look at the enemy team, too, it makes more sense, because they really don't have an AP carry, and they're going pretty heavily into the AD range. Between the Hecarim, the Jarvan, the Caitlyn, it's all AD, which is dangerous if you're going to be not building armor. Singed and Janna pushing down the top lane a little bit, gonna try to see what they can do. Not too much, unfortunately. Rod of Ages and Randuin's for the Singed, making him very, very hard to kill and very, very hard to chase. What is with these people and laughing? Will he prevent the ward from going down? No, the ward does go down for the blue team. The Thresh having to flash away but getting picked up by the flagpole, getting thrown back by the Singed. The Amumu having to get caught by 4 players. Once again, that's not a good place for them. Ezreal getting chased away by the Singed and the Poison Trail getting down. No one's going to be able to chase through that. Amumu is going to die to the Poison Trail. Kayle getting caught in position. Janna monsooning. I'm not sure why she did that, as the red team is doing quite well for themselves right now. Singed should probably be going back in. He is doing just that, waiting for his throw to get back up. Kayle and Jarvan both going, Caitlyn and Jarvan going both in on the Kayle. Kayle dying to that. Ezreal getting caught by 2 of the players that he doesn't really want to be caught by. Hecarim picking up the Darius kill, although Caitlyn dying for that as well. And that is a ace for 2 for the red team. Once again, a very, very good play for the red team. They put themselves in a very good position and caught the enemy team out of position. Caught the enemy Thresh out of position for one thing. Then the Thresh got low enough that he couldn't help the team, and the team came in and then they died. Basically just unfortunate for the blue team. The dragon is warded, or Baron is warded. Thank God for that. Vision ward right there. That was basically what started it and ended that fight. It's kind of a silly reason, but there you are. One more tower probably going to go down for the red team, but they aren't going to be doing much past that. I think Amumu disconnected again as he just ran past the enemy team. This is going to be a free kill for this team. Honestly, if you're going to play ranked, make sure your internet is good enough to hold up for a good 30 minutes, please. It's not a good idea to play ranked and then disconnect. Although, let's be honest, the other team was really nice, let him walk home. That was some good manners from the red team. Caitlyn picking up the last Whisper to sack on top of her Infinity Edge, making it so armor isn't doing quite as much, because they're building a good amount of armor between the Sunfire and the Locket of the Iron Solaria on the Amumu, and the Aegis on the Thresh. Raven's Hydra going down for the Jarvan, that's an interesting choice. I suppose it does make some sense. Here it is. Huh, he's going for the T-Mats option on Jarvan. Maybe that'll work, as Cataclysm will keep him well within the range of his auto-attack spread. Cool idea, all things considered. Whereas Darius going for the Blade of the Rune King Black Cleaver, making armor a non-issue for most players. Hecarim actually trading up on this Kayle, who is surprisingly not doing a huge amount of damage. She might actually consider getting that Liandry's a little bit sooner. We will see, though, as the game progresses. Singed going a little bit too deep, getting caught a little bit out of position by the Darius and the Ezreal. However, he's going to die past the Darius, going to go for the Ezreal, using Randuin's to slow as much as he can. He's not going to be able to get away. Oh wait, yes he is. He is singed with his ult up. There's no way you're going to run away from that. The Hecarim coming around the back end to pick up the Ezreal kill. Hecarim going a little bit too deep, getting 3v1 against the Kayle, Thresh, and Amumu, as Caitlyn and Janna go into the enemy jungle for some reason. I'm not sure why. They probably could have helped out a little bit more. Whoa, whoa, Janna, calm down. You don't have to go that deep. The shield going down on the Caitlyn as she gets hit by the ult and the bandage. Not going to make a huge difference though. Gets blown over the wall. Helps the Caitlyn get caught by the Amumu. The Amumu, however, getting picked up by the Caitlyn trap. Flash going down on the Amumu to try to catch him a little bit faster. The Jarvan coming in to prevent that though, and the bandage barely catching the Caitlyn on the back end. Very good bandage. The Jarvan fighting 3 players, 3v1, not a good decision. 3v2 right now, however, it's still not going to work out very well as the box goes down, and it's going to end this Jarvan's life, but not before the Kayle dies. The Jarvan picking up 2 kills. This is actually going to be a 3-kill sweep on the Jarvan. Oh my god. What did you just do? What did... Oh my god, it might have been the Ravenous Hydra. Oh my god, I think it was the Ravenous Hydra. Dude, this Jarvan has just blown my mind. I'm watching him take Dragon. It's the least exciting thing on the map right now. That was impressive. Meanwhile, oh god, run, Jenna, run! Nope, getting caught out of position by the teleport and home guard. Oh, but she's gonna bleed out. No. Red team gonna pick up the Dragon by himself. That Jarvan making me feel like an idiot for doubting him even the slightest. The Hecarim coming in to do some damage to this Darius, as the Darius is not doing quite as much damage as he used to. Once again, late game Darius, not exactly a big deal. The Hecarim ulting in to hit the Ezreal. He's going to fall here. Unfortunately, the Singed is going to stay alive, going to pick up that Ezreal, and is going to catch this Darius quite easily as his ult is up. He has no slows to speak of, thrown back into the uncomfortable position of poison, and he is dead. Full stacks on that bleed, by the way. He's not going to die to it as his ult is up, and he's going to regen about as fast as it bleeds out. Amumu coming over here, not going to do a huge amount, as he doesn't have a huge amount of damage AP, but he does have a good amount of movement speed with his Boots of Mobility. Thresh warding up as much as he can. They've lost the gold advantage, excuse me. They never actually had the gold advantage, the kill advantage that they had at one point. So, that's unfortunate. This Jarvan, apparently my new best friend, built a BF sword, going for the more DPS-y option, as he's not really going to be, he's not here for the disruption, although he's doing quite a good job of doing that, as that's what the Singed job is. The Ezreal going